Good evening.
Oh, man.
It's Dalton's fault we're late.
It is.
It actually is. And you know the really funny part, Dalton?
What's that?
I paid my taxes today. And by paid my taxes, I mean I went, met with my accountant, got to do all that fun shit.
Buddy, I don't know if you've heard, but they're thinking about abolishing the IRS.
I know they are, but here's the thing.
You didn't wait?
I know you read. You said, shit, Dalton, let me finish my statement. All right, Mr. Beanie Bro, little fucking discount dollar store pimple over here. All right, little fucking wannabe fucking M&M. All right, you little fucking uncircumcised penis. All right, momentary, sir. I got money back. I don't have to pay shit.
Well,
I filed my fucking taxes. That's all.
You want to know how much money I had to pay in for taxes last year?
How much?
You want to take a guess?
$8.
Nope. Well, the year before, I only had to pay back $1.
Oh.
Yep. But last year,
36 cents.
Nope. More.
$2.
More.
3.
Add a couple zeros to it.
You had to pay a couple hundred?
No, I had to pay $2,000.
Ooh.
Yep. So I got into a car accident, got all my insurance money for it, and had to take $2,000 from that and put it towards paying back taxes. Not from the federal government, from the state government.
Oh.
Yep.
Do you want to know why we always get money back? Aside from what there was 1 year we had to pay. You want to know why?
You overpay?
Do you know how much? Well, first off, I have to pay quarterly as a business owner.
Oh, yep.
So there's that. So you have like your set quarterly amount that you have to pay on your estimated taxes, whatever, right? I have so many fucking write-offs that I will always get money back. And like
my camera.
Yes, that is your camera.
It's doing its thing. Write-offs, absolutely. So
for anybody who doesn't know this, I have a write-off. I have a write-off couch. I will be moving it over here to be in frame. So then I can put things on it that I want to write off.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That's funny.
As for right now, just to let everybody know, there may or may not be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 write-offs over there. We're doing good. We're doing good. But yes, no, I paid my taxes today. So you know what, Dalton, you had a day, but I didn't actually pay my taxes. Just fucking my accountant's like, hey, you guys doing good. You still this? Yes. Okay. Show me all your stuff.
Yeah, that is nice.
Yeah. When you have your own accountant.
Boom. No, I don't. I probably should get one. Maybe that might help.
Good idea.
$2,000.
Yeah. Do you use like TurboTax or something?
I did. Yep. I waited till last second last year and I freaked out. And I was like, all right. Yep. So never again. So anyway. Yep. Yeah. So my fault that we're late. I had band practice. We have a show this weekend and I had to learn like 4 new songs tonight. So that's always fun. So band practice tonight tonight, tomorrow, and then show on Sunday. So
shit. Okay. Yep. So you had to learn shit, and then you're gonna be like, I gotta play this live.
And the kicker, I've been going to sleep at a normal time this entire week, so I am beyond tired right now. I've had 2 5-hour energy drinks today.
You want another grape? So remember I told you I didn't sleep.
Yeah.
You still didn't sleep.
So you've been up for well over 24 hours then.
Oh yeah, no, I'm having a day, dude.
You know what that calls for?
You would never know talking to me, and then until you realize, like, yeah, like I just haven't slept at all.
Yep. So
that's what people think I have a drug addiction.
Today's already insane, so we're gonna bump it up to 25%.
So for anybody who doesn't know, look upon the beautiful changes that Dalton has made.
We have.
I'm actually really proud. I like these.
I did this, I think, last Saturday.
Yeah.
Yep. And I've been waiting all week for this.
So now I would like to point something out, Dalton. Okay. So now you mess with the overlays, you do all these things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You still have yet to send me a new headshot.
All right.
Thing that fair, arguably,
to be fair,
to be fair,
don't say.
I'm not gonna play it.
Done in seconds. Because all it really takes is like you just being like set a timer, put it, and then walk over, be like, eh. Well, actually, on Android, fun fact, I don't know about on iPhone, but I could literally say like a command and it will take a picture. So I don't even need the timer. But you know, it takes seconds.
I know.
Yeah. Okay.
I just have to do it. I just have to find some time. I just have to do it.
Okay.
Yep.
Should we go on to the first topic?
We should probably do that.
Hey guys,
I'm not gonna lie. Usually I'm way more prepared.
Way more.
I don't have a list tonight, but we have a couple topics that we want to cover. Obviously,
have Tack's autism guiding tonight.
We do. I'm not gonna lie. Like Tack was telling me, he was going through his list that he made, and I was just like, dude, you're killing it. Like these are all the topics that I did not write down that I think are great to cover. So,
well, to be fair, it's not a list. It's literally just me going, these things happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, tonight's definitely powered by tired autism.
Tired autism here for you.
Yep.
Not in your mom. Anyway, so the first thing, and I'm sure everybody's already seen this because I do know that a lot of people memed it in the Discord already, but I want more memes, Dalton. I crave memes.
So the Discord, yes, but also in locals.
And in locals, yes, on locals as well.
Something I want to start doing in locals is doing a post, and then people can respond with the best memes, and then throughout the week we can.
I've got tonight's. Then I've got the
perfect
one. I've got the image. It's actually great because this person for some reason is so memeable, but we'll explain after. I want everybody to send me the best. Ben, hold on.
I'm already there.
So Dan Crenshaw, everybody knows eye patch John McCain, right? The one-eyed assassin, right? Which is also just a name for a really skinny penis. But threatened Tucker Carlson, saying what? He was being interviewed by it was an interview, and he had said that
I can play the video.
Play it really quick.
Yep, let me find it really quick.
Essentially, he said like that he hasn't met with him in person, Tucker Carlson, but he's argued with him enough online. Then he says, "Oh, I fucking hate that guy. He's the worst guy ever. I says if I ever see him, I'll fucking kill him."
Yep. All right, so I got it. I'm gonna play it. It might not be loud. We will see though.
We will see.
Let me share my screen.
Okay.
All right, share full screen. Playing.
Have you ever met Tucker?
So that was very quiet.
Essentially, what he was saying. And then the audio is garbly. So.
The audio was garbage to begin with. But basically, he was saying if I ever met him, I would effing kill him.
Yes.
And then he was just like, he's literally the worst. And then it kind of cuts out. But so I have an issue with any politician threatening any journalist,
left or right.
I feel like just like as a baseline kind of like principle, don't do that.
Yeah, don't. Well, here's
we
the
have
thing.
Freedom of speech for a reason.
Yes, it's freedom of speech.
Kind of weird, even if you're saying it like, hot mic, just talking friend to friend or whatever.
Yes,
it doesn't matter. If you're an elected politician, you're speaking that way about the media or the press or whatever, journalists. Even if you don't like the journalists, even if
that's the thing is if he said if right now if Dan Crenshaw had said, I fucking hate that guy, right? Okay.
Yeah, fair.
Fair, fucking fair.
Sure.
A lot of people aren't going to like
absolutely.
Tucker Carlson, right? Like, totally.
Okay.
I think Tucker's a little fucking weird sometimes.
He's great though.
I think he's fantastic, but he's got some really weird takes, like the whole like aliens are demons, thing, and like there's some stuff that like if you agree with it, cool. If you don't, you don't.
But he wouldn't be Tucker without that, and so it's like that's what people love about him, and it's just like he's willing to ask the questions, he's willing to dive a little bit deeper than most people on certain things,
and dive down a hole that like is a little stranger, but the point being is like that's a perfectly fair take. Is if he had said I fucking hate him or fuck that guy, okay, I'd be like, yeah, a little crass, a little crude, but whatever, it's your opinion.
Not that big of a controversy.
But the moment that you escalate it to the point of threats, then it's like, okay, well now we have to have a conversation. Now, not only this, but also this isn't the first time that Crenshaw has gotten a little loosey-goosey with his words.
He shot himself in the foot a couple of times.
He shot himself in the penis. I'm pretty sure he's a eunuch. I'm pretty sure that he's a woman now. I think we should call him Danielle.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Danielle Crenshaw.
I need memes
Danielle
of tranny. I need trans Crenshaw. Memes. Send Crenshaw memes sent to me. But no, the point, like he's threatened constituents. He's actually physically assaulted a couple on camera where he's like tripped them. He's a real piece of shit.
Yes,
and I've made a video about this. I hate Dan Crenshaw. I think he's one of the worst people that we have.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly what the story was, but there was a story about a former SEAL who I guess was charged with war crimes. Yes. Okay, so you know more about this than I do. Yeah. Charged with war crimes. He was trying to get Dan Crenshaw's attention and help in Congress. And Dan Crenshaw basically said, yep, I'm going to help you. I'm going to look into it, blah, blah, blah. And behind the scenes, he was just sabotaging it the entire time. Do I have that right?
To my knowledge, yes.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of crappy.
Well, I do remember that the most recent, not the most recent, because the most recent is now Tucker Carlson. But when I made the Dan Crenshaw video, that he had gotten very the Eddie Gallagher kind of went off on X quite a bit against Dan Crenshaw. Then I didn't see if he posted anything this time. I'm sure he did.
So Dan did post. So it was kind of funny because it blew up. I'm trying to find the tweet real quick. Absolutely retarded. So he did an interview. Let me see if I can share my screen and play it real quick. It's short. He said, to put this insanity to rest once and for all. No, I am never going to harm Tucker. Not even. Oh, you know what? That's not even the tweet that I'm thinking.
You're thinking of the one where it says, didn't you just threaten Tucker Carlson? And he went, lol, no.
Oh, I suck. Yep.
It's under replies.
It is. However, he did tweet it. Yes, right here. So Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yep.
Said, at Dan Crenshaw, did you threaten to kill my friend Tucker Carlson? He replied, LOL, no. He also retweeted it and said, LO, or quote tweeted it, said, LO, no. So same response. And it was funny because I don't think he knew. At the time, all he had was just this tweet saying, after our interview, I asked Dan Crenshaw. So that's all he had. But I don't think he saw this video of him actually on hot mic. So I think Dan lied without knowing that he was actually caught on camera.
I think you're right. Yep. Now, by the way, I asked Grok to sum up the Eddie Gallagher situation.
Okay. All right.
Eddie Gallagher, a Navy SEAL acquitted of war crimes in 2019, so he was acquitted, accused Dan Crenshaw, a fellow SEAL and congressman, of betraying him by promising support, but secretly urging lawmakers to abandon his cause during his court-martial. Crenshaw initially criticized Gallagher's pre-trial conditions, but opposed a pardon, arguing for a fair trial. Gallagher claims Crenshaw insulted him and worked against him, while Crenshaw calls Gallagher a liar with no SEAL respect. So apparently they hate each other.
Yeah, still kind of crappy.
Yeah.
My God.
He was acquitted.
Yeah. Sir good. Bob says Dan looks like Ernie dressed up as a pirate. Yeah.
Well, I think that's kind of the joke that I even made in my video was that like both of them sit in special chair in the hotel.
Absolutely.
Like there's no way that either of those men have sex with their wives. I'm sorry. First off, I don't think he'd be able to physically be able to do it anymore.
No.
As I maintain, he's a eunuch. I maintain there's no fucking way that this man gets a boner.
But like it's funny because I want to play this real quick. So just listen to him real quick.
Let's just clear the air at a fundamental level. Do you have any actual desire to kill Tucker Carlson?
No, Greg, I don't. It's a little shocking that two serious people like you and I, dealing with serious things and serious issues, have to address that.
This is funny.
I suppose we do. I caught that video for myself after all I saw the outrage online, and I gotta say that's the lamest quote unquote death threat that I've ever seen.
So I just want to pause this because my response was, quote, that's the lamest quote unquote death threat I've ever seen, end quote. And then it goes to attribute it to the guy who made
the lamest quote unquote death threat
he's ever seen.
That's great.
He does not know how to articulate himself well at all, I feel like.
That's also why I feel he's so quick to turn violent and turn threatening, is because of the fact that he can't articulate himself. Here's the thing. Free speech works when Dalton, you and I disagree on something and we're able to hash that out with our own speech, maybe a couple jabs thrown in there every now and again. But, here's the thing, Dalton, you and I have disagreed on a couple of things. And I've never
I'd say minor things, but yeah.
Minor thing, but even still, we've never felt the need to threaten each other over our disagreements. I've never felt the need, I could just kill him with a shovel,
So the funniest thing on X, I feel like in the last 2 weeks that's kind of blown up is a Twitter account called I Find Retards. And I
followed him when he had 200 people. I was like, oh.
And now he's up to like 300,000 followers
in 5 days.
Yeah,
I think 4 or 5 days.
So just for anybody who's not enjoying X, you're missing out because all this account does is post pictures of like politicians, just random people, and it's like found one, and the whole entire account is I find retards, and this is I found one, and then it's like a picture of that person. So when the Dan Crenshaw stuff blew up, perfectly timed. Found one.
Did you also see that he said he posted pictures of like him with the Krasensteins with the face of the retard? It's like, I love this.
Man, no, I missed that one.
Oh, it's so good, man.
It's such a good account, though.
Follow him, everybody. Yeah. If you're on X and you just want a good
definitely
giggle,
worth it.
100% worth following him.
The entertainment is endless. Every single every time he posts a picture of somebody, he's like found one. I'm like, you're killing it. Like every single, you have not picked one person, obviously, who I don't think is retarded. So beautiful.
No, he's been pretty spot on. He's funny as shit too.
Yeah.
And there are people that are like dragging him because he exploded so quickly. And I did see someone else. Sometimes it happens. You just hit the algorithm at the right fucking time.
He even made a post like, hey, I had a page before. It wasn't working out. I created this page and now it is. It's just a weird thing that happens. Sometimes it takes off. And
it's like the Santa tracker, like that took off. Okay.
And I've had tweets where it's like, I put no thought into them and then freaking Elon Musk tweets them out.
Yep.
And it's like 21 million views and I did not put a single minutes thought into it.
I posted there was I believe it was Donut. Was it Donut that tweeted out, and he said that if you, because there are the people that are saying, oh, if you take away SNAP benefits, crime's gonna skyrocket, and it's like, oh, okay. So Donut goes, oh, if you take away our free shit, we'll commit crimes. And then I said, nothing says I'm a good person like threatening to mug people if Uncle Sam doesn't refill your snack fund, and that blows up. Like, here's the thing. Sometimes shit just blows up. I was on like a rampage on Twitter that day. Like I was on an X rampage. I was like, I'm writing all of the things that are in my brain. All of them. I had one that I didn't post,
man.
I had one that I didn't post, and I want you guys, I'm going to say it. I'm gonna say you guys are gonna hear. This is even worse. Me saying it. Are you ready?
This could be anything. This is the terrifying thing.
I was gonna say my sister had a miscarriage, so I told her, hey, look at the bright side. No college fund. We're not talking anymore.
Is that real? Oh my God. Oof.
I thought it was funny. My bad. I was about to post it, right? Yeah, and there was a voice. There was a voice in the back of my head that said, "Don't." And I was like,
"You're like, where did this come from?
Who are you?" I told my wife about that. She's like, "That's called a conscience."
I'm surprised you listened.
Me too. I thought it was funny as shit. I'm sorry. Man.
All right. So yeah, Dan Crenshaw, kind of
I demand Dan Crenshaw memes. By the way, I also posted that I believe that there should be a Dan Crenshaw versus Tucker Carlson celebrity deathmatch, that old claymation show.
Yep. Well, the funny part was, did you see Tucker Carlson's response? I mean, classic Tucker.
I didn't, but I'm sure it was perfect.
He invited Dan Crenshaw onto his show, and he's like, "We'll see how you do." He's just like, "Yep, that." I mean,
he's so good.
He's just like, "We'll see what you do, how you do," and it's just like, "Yeah, that's pretty." Well, I think Dan Crenshaw doesn't like Tucker because Dan Crenshaw is kind of like Lindsey Graham. He wants to fund any and every war that
he is a warmonger.
Yep, and then very heavy neocon, but then he's also like, he opposes everything that Tucker stands for, and Tucker's very popular. And I think Dan Crenshaw can't stand it for some reason. It's weird. Like, Dan Crenshaw's a really weird person.
By the way, I'm really proud of my title today. I'm really proud of it.
So I was just like, Tack, I need help with the title, and he's like, okay. And like 2 seconds later, he was giggling at like so hard. He was like, I got one for you. And I read, I was like, yep.
It's like Tucker Carlson versus the one-eyed assassin. I was dying. I was
like, oh, Ian, tag this on. I was like, all right.
Put an ampersand. Do both.
And then, so I can only fit 100 characters in the title. 99. So I was like, killing it.
Blessed.
Yep. Absolutely killing it.
Oh, fuck. Well, speaking of that, actually, let's get into that topic, shall we?
Let's go.
So, for anybody who didn't know, today,
I'm going to play the video.
World's first Slavic Oompa Loompa met with J.D. Vance and Donald Trump. Now, originally, the thought was that this was just to sign the mineral rights deal or to commit to it in person, correct? That this was like finalize.
So, I mean, this was like a baby step towards peace in Ukraine and Russia. And so it's like, if the US and Ukraine signed this, it basically solidifies American interest in Ukraine because of rare earth minerals.
Yes.
And the whole entire reason we have interest in that is because we kind of want our money back in a way for all the money that we gave them for the war. Yes. And so this was a very more or less clever way of trying to recoup some of our money back. And so the deal was basically finalized. Rubio worked his butt off on it, I guess. And I guess Zelensky came in and had a couple more demands, which Trump didn't really like.
And here's the thing. He's also, Zelensky is not in a point to negotiate. I want everybody to understand that. No. This was essentially his time to say, I want peace, and to bow out of this gracefully. And he decided not to.
The United States does not need Ukraine. Yeah. Ukraine needs the United States.
All of Europe banding together still will do fuck all for Ukraine.
Yep. And basically today, Zelensky said, he basically told Trump and JD and everybody, you guys aren't doing nearly as much as Europe is. And it's just like, are you kidding?
We bankrolled all of you.
Yeah, we gave you a lot of money, like $300 billion.
Weapons beyond weapons.
And weapons beyond our imagination. Tanks, javelins.
We also all of your allies. So, all of your neighbors, all of those guys. Hey, why do they have weapons? Oh, yeah, also because of us. So, weird thing to say, Munchkin.
Yep. Like really weird thing to come to the United States. I feel like, so back in October, he came to the United States and there was a video of him in Pennsylvania with
Josh
Shapiro, and Josh Shapiro is signing missiles and everything. Yep. And it was just like, it's wild to me to see politicians sign missiles that are used to kill people. No matter who it is.
Here's the weird
thing. I feel like
here's the thing, like the whole World War II thing of like, signing the planes, right? Like the Enola Gay and all that. Right. Okay. Because it was such a historical, but this is like a little bit like weird. More to whom it may concern kind of thing. It's very fucking dark, but also you tie yourself into, just for a photo op, Josh Shapiro tied himself into, oh, well, I'm a warmonger. I'm a warmongering piece of shit. You can never say that you're for peace when this is what you're doing.
Yep.
Also, speaking of Shapiro, really quick interjection on this. Scott Pressler, who is the most wonderful fucking, mind you, I think he is one of the reasons that Trump won. He changed Pennsylvania's voting habits. Yep. He's also attacking New Jersey's, which is really funny. And but he said
he's made it his mission to go after everybody who voted against RFK Jr.
Well, not just that. He has posted, "We won't forget when you campaigned with Zelensky in Pennsylvania. We defeated Bob Casey. We are coming for your seat too, peacefully."
Yep.
So may he succeed, Scott. If you ever want to come on the show, buddy, we love you.
Yeah. So when I see the videos of people signing, like even Nikki Haley, but like of signing these missiles and everything, supporting Ukraine, just like it kind of seems like they're blindly supporting Ukraine. It's like I don't understand. Like it's obvious right now, Ukraine's not going to win this war. Like it's just obvious. And maybe it just seems like it's going to have to be settled. There's no side's going to win it. Yeah. It kind of seems like that's the end of it. Yeah. And because Ukraine's not going to win, why are we sending another dime to them? It's an unwinnable war. And so it's kind of amazing. And then after the whole entire blow up in the Oval Office, which I will play a little bit of it here in a moment. Yeah. But there's a saying, it's strong men make peace, weak men make war. And I think that perfectly
it encapsulates it. Yeah.
It perfectly captures exactly what this entire thing that I'm about to play in the Oval Office was. Yes. Yeah, it was pretty wild. Let me see. Where is it? Yep, right here. I'll play this one. Elon shared it. Let's see. All right, and let's share my screen. But it's 7 minutes, but it's a really good, entertaining 7 minutes.
Oh boy, you see the hatred he's got for Putin? It's very tough for me to make a deal with that kind of hate. He's got tremendous hatred, and I understand that. But I can tell you the other side isn't exactly in love with, him either. So. It's not a question of alignment. I'm aligned with the world. I want to get the thing set. I'm aligned with Europe. I want to see if we can get this thing done. You want me to be tough? I could be tougher than any human being you've ever seen. I'd be so tough. But you're never going to get a deal that way. So that's the way it goes. All right, one more question.
Let me try this one.
By the way, I was writing to you in private chat. I had to mute your mic because whenever you play something, it's playing through both.
Being weird? Okay. I will mute myself then. Let me play this one.
Yes, but after that, he broke in this ceasefire. He killed our people and he didn't exchange.
This one, I feel like it plays. I don't know. I feel like it plays like towards the end. It
was towards the end as he walked out.
Yeah, it's so weird. I don't know. I'll play this 2-minute one. This is good enough.
The next order
is going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come to the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the president for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to
come once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military?
We have problems.
And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems, even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future.
Yep.
Are you ready for this? Deadman just added me on X. Ukrainian MP Alexander Dubinsky just called for an emergency session in Ukraine's parliament to initiate impeachment proceedings against Zelensky.
All right, we might not be negotiating with Zelensky anymore.
Thank you for sending that to me, by the way.
Yeah, that is important. I feel like that. Yeah, it's pretty important.
Well, also, can I say that the good thing is that is coming from their side. It shows that here's the thing. It shows that he's a tiny tyrant. That it is not because there's this belief, a Western belief that Ukraine all stands together, Slava Ukraine is like whatever. It's like shut the fuck up because there's so many people that are opposed to this little fucking asshole.
I mean, like
the only reason that's the thing. The only reason that he is still in fucking power is because anybody who opposes him, he sends to the front lines, or he completely fucking shuts their party down. He's a dictator. He's a dictator, and he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, I was actually listening. My brother and I went out for lunch today, and we were listening to the news. And my brother and I were just listening to this conversation. And he's like, "What a dick!" And I go, "Tater." It was pretty funny. But I mean, this guy he doesn't have elections. And I guess the interesting thing about this entire Oval Office exchange was Trump brilliantly got him to admit that he is not for a ceasefire at all. Now, weeks and months leading up to this, you heard in the media that both sides, Zelensky and Putin, were working towards a ceasefire with the United States, and and I'm so tired.
So I'll finish yours.
But I mean, basically, like he got Zelensky to admit in public, in front of cameras, that he is not for a ceasefire. Which
and not
is
only that,
amazing.
JD warned him not to do that. Like they both gave him ample opportunity to step this back, sign the agreement, let's work towards peace. And instead, he doubled down and he said, fuck this. I'm for war. We're gonna win this. You're not doing enough. First off, we're funding them more than any other nation combined in multiples of like 10. There's
not even close.
There's not a single nation that can, let alone has, it supported them to the same tune. Fuck this guy. Also, here's the thing, and I've said this since the start because everybody's like, oh yeah, who do you support? Fuck Ukraine, but also guess what? Fuck Russia. You want to know who else? Fuck Germany. Want to know what else? Fuck the UK.
Well, I mean, I don't care about any of them. I mean, we don't have, what interest do we have right now in any of those that further the United States, in any meaningful way?
Well, here's the thing. Regardless of all that, everyone's like, oh, well, you help your allies. To a degree, but when your plane is when the oxygen mask is coming down on a plane, what is the first rule they say, Dalton?
You got to put the mask on the passenger next to you.
On yourself.
Or no, you're first. I'm so
Wrong.
tired right now.
Wrong.
I got that backwards.
Bad.
I'm so tired.
Bad,
I know.
Dalton.
Bad, Dalton. Bad,
you
Dalton.
have to put the mask on yourself. You have to save yourself before you can save others. Okay. Right now, the United States is in enough fucking issues. We have enough problems domestically that the last thing we need to do is put a mask on this little fucking crying child next to us. Here's what I'm saying. We're on this fucking plane. The fucking O2 is dropping. The pressure's all fucky. And guess what? I'm putting our mask on the United States real quick. All right. I'm willing to put it on Poland. I'm willing to put it on a couple of other countries. Okay. But I'm thinking that Zelensky can cry and scream and let his ears pop until we land.
Oof. I'm so tired. It's been such a day. No, you're absolutely right, though. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely put the mask on yourself before the person.
Yeah, definitely don't listen to Dalton here.
Don't listen. I'm tired. Don't take my advice.
But so that is really interesting, though. But what I will also say is it is good to see genuinely that there are people in opposition in Ukraine, which means there are still sane people. But what is insane to me is you see a bunch of the left, you see a bunch of just your typical, what I would just call fucking retards on X going like, oh, we stand with Ukraine, blah, blah, blah. And I believe it was older millennial who tweeted about this, but said like somebody had written literally they wrote that Ukraine is now the leader of the free world because they posted a picture of Zelensky with like all these other world leaders that were ready to suck his little fucking tiny penis. And fucking, he was like, did you seriously just like, are you genuinely this fucking dumb? Because there's no way they're this fucking dumb, right? And they're so blind. They're blindly following it because they are so convinced of Russia being this great evil that only Ukraine can stop. Yeah. First off, Ukraine's not going to fucking stop shit. Ukraine can't stop Ukraine. That's the great part. So stopping Russia out of the fucking question. So if you're genuinely worried about Russia, so Ukraine should be the last thing you're fucking giving a shit about. 100%. That is like a non-factor. You should worry about all the other fucking people that Russia is trying to fucking work with, China especially, right? This is nonsense. It's all show. It's show. It's a fucking farce. That's all it is.
So it's kind of. So I thought what happened in the Oval Office today was awesome, and I say that because like usually this happens behind the curtain. You don't see this in public.
Yeah.
Trump is very transparent with this kind of stuff, and he does it for a reason. He got him to admit publicly about him not really wanting a ceasefire, even though it's what he's been telling people in public. He got him to basically show his emotion, and when he shows his emotion and what he wants,
he gets angry.
He gets angry, and so Trump, I mean, in a statement that he put out after the meeting, it was kind of wild, but quote, we had a very meaningful meeting in the White House today. Much was learned that could never be understood without conversation under such fire and pressure. It's amazing what comes out through emotion, and I have determined that President Zelensky is not ready for peace if America is involved, because he feels our involvement gives him a big advantage in negotiations. I don't want advantage. I want peace. He disrespected the United States of America in its cherished Oval Office. He can come back when he's ready for peace.
I love that he's talking about him like he's a child throwing a tantrum.
No! So if you think if you thought that was funny, this video is even funnier.
Pretty close. Pretty sharp. He's all dressed up today.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
But it's so true. It's like, come on, just fucking wear clothes.
I mean, yeah, agreed. But it's so funny because, I mean, he does talk to him like a child. Even when he first arrived, he's like, he's all dressed up today.
Dalton. Did you see him next to Trump?
Yeah.
Dude, remember, Trump is shorter than me, so I want everybody to understand this is not a big man. Here's the problem. We've all seen it. It's a genuine like phenomenon. You see it with dogs, you'll see it with humans. That the small ones feel they need to prove something. That's why they're much more willing to like get off. Like the small guys are getting like really jacked.
What is that called? The Napoleon complex or something?
Napoleon complex. Exactly. Yep. Also, I'd like to point this out. Speaking of this wonderful page. So Keith Olbermann said that he'd like to apologize to President Zelensky and the people of Ukraine on behalf of the people of the United States. First off, do not apologize. Fuck Ukraine and fuck the Ukrainian people. I don't give a shit about them. They're not my people. Retard Finder says, Keith, just tag me in all your posts from now on. I love this. This is the greatest page.
It's so simple, but so devastating.
It's just this is why I'm on X, is because I want everyone to understand. This guy, Retard Finder, has like legitimate clout and media coverage now. Like he is right now, Retard Finder is more important and more trusted than Keith Olbermann. We are on a fucking cool timeline.
Now, me, just with my OCD, if I was creating the page, I would have called it Retard Radar, but that's just me.
Well, no, he says his radars. Yeah, he says that. Oh shit, this one broke my radar. It's so funny.
It's so brilliant. It's such a so brilliant page. So simple, so devastating.
Well, now speaking of a totally different topic, let's move on because there's not much more other than Zelensky's a tiny little.
I mean, other than the fact that Trump kicked him out of the Oval Office and he was begging Trump to stay. And it's just like, no, we're not going to reach a deal today. We're not going to reach anything.
I saw
today.
a picture. Then it was like an iPhone text, and it says like all the stuff that is that what you're thinking of? Because it's like,
well, there's that
like, all the threads leaked from fucking Zelensky's DMs to Trump, and they're all left on red, and it's like, please let me back in.
You did share with me this, and I just want to play it real quick.
Oh, go for it. It's so good. It's so good. I love that. It just made me so
way too funny. Way too funny.
It was so fucking funny. But speaking of the Trump presidency's transparency, this one not so good.
Oh.
And that would be everybody here knows a certain fucking diddler that might have totally fucking not killed himself. That guy, you know, the fucking, I'm just gonna spell it, Epstein, who did not kill himself. There's no fucking way he did. So the Epstein list was supposed to come out. Okay, Pam Bondi had said, hey, this is going to come out. Trump ran on this, said, hey, we're going to have this. Like, that's what we want. We want Epstein. We want the MLK files. We want JFK files. We want all these things.
Which,
so
good. Love
great.
it.
All great.
But
now there was a bit of a hubbub yesterday.
Yeah, I think they dropped the ball on this one.
They did.
Yeah, and I don't think they meant to. Like, I don't think they understood like how it was going to happen and transpire.
It was okay. I think here's the
thing.
Like
part of it should have been like, they
literally rickrolled people.
Right. Well, what I'm talking about specifically, so that was GOP Judiciary Committee or whatever.
But it's still part of this incoming, you know.
That was completely in poor taste. They should not have done that at all. They did not understand like I don't think they understood the severity of the situation. It's like, this guy did evil things. We don't want to be rickrolled. We want actual accountability.
We want accountability and we want justice. Now, the problem is that, so to my knowledge, there are a bunch of people that were creators over there. DC Drano was there. There were journalists, influencers, we'll call them. They were there for a meet and greet with JD Vance yesterday.
Look, some of the people I like, some of the people I don't like. I don't care for DC Drano. I don't.
Neither do I.
There are a couple people like Liz Wheeler's okay. It's whatever. I can't remember. I mean, there was a couple. I mean, Scott Presler was there. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
A couple of other people who are okay, and then some people I don't really care for. They were
not there for the Epstein papers. To my understanding, that was not what they were there for.
Right. I think that was just like they were handed this as more or less a souvenir of what was going to happen, what was going to come out. Like, hey,
and it became this photo op nonsense of them with the binders and shit.
From my understanding, is they were handed this binder, and when they got out of the White House, the media was outside, and they were basically given an embargo to not release it. I watched not share it.
So Tim Pool talked about this, and there's multiple ways that they can take them out. They intentionally took them out the press gate, which is that particular gate that they knew had the press. They wanted the hubbub.
They dropped the. Yeah, I think that's where they dropped the ball. I agree. Yep.
There's another way that they can bring them out that like has no press. It's like a garage. Hey, here you go. Thank you so much for coming by. They shouldn't have.
Stupid. But like, and then I read somewhere that the reason why they were smiling and holding it up and everything was because they were trying to convey like the media, the legacy media is the one taking the photos of the new media that are in there. And they were kind of like, ha, we got this, you didn't kind of thing. But it was in poor taste because it basically conveyed like, we got this and we are gatekeeping this. And the only way you're going to see it is if you pay for our paywall, because it's going to be exclusive to
which is their our big complaint about a lot of legacy media, which is like New York Times. Hey, you guys ever tried to read an article on Forbes?
It's like, hey, new media, meet the old media. This is the same thing or the same, you know, whatever that saying is.
Well, that's the thing is DC Drano is very much they're not what I would call like new media is Tim Pool. New media is Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
DC Drano is an influencer. I wouldn't call him new media.
I would absolutely call him an influencer.
Yeah.
More so than a journalist or anything. Yep.
There's a difference. And that's the thing is journalists would have had this and like they would have been like, okay, cool. Hey, here's when the embargo's lifted. Hey, guys, we need this to go out. We're going to set a timer on the back end. Anything happens, still goes live, whatever. They're going to do all that stuff. They're going to dot their fucking T's and fucking fuck their I's and they're going to fucking do all that shit, you know, but
you know what, just for that, boom.
Beautiful. So, but they're going to do all that, right?
Yeah.
And they're not going to post a selfie with this, like this thing. Like, that's like me. Like, I want you to understand also, it's not just the poor taste because it's like, oh, we're the new media now. It's also poor taste because let's just say that this binder has all of the names of every victim.
Right.
Like, and you're posing with it like this is some fucking no, this is disgusting. First off,
like, I think the way that this should have been handled is if they wanted to give binders out, if they wanted to do exactly what they did, what they should have done is before they even stepped out of the door, they should have released it on justice.gov. They should have released it. They should have open sourced it. They should have made it public immediately. They shouldn't have waited because waiting, I mean, what did that get them? Negative press from
negative press.
Like, and the one criticism that I actually agree with was that MAGA knows how to hold its own to account. And I agree. Think it's true with this. I mean, they were. I mean, its own MAGA people within MAGA or whatever were mad at its own people.
This.
Yep, they voted for this.
Hi guys, I voted for this.
Yes, and it's like, I mean, a lot of people were upset about this, rightly so. I think they definitely dropped the ball.
Well, there's also the Pam Bondi situation.
Yeah, a lot of. I'm kind of mixed right now because it's like I think that she has the potential to do really good stuff.
I'm not talking about her being a piece of shit. I'm talking about her claim that the office, the FBI field office, had withheld it.
8 a.m. this morning.
Yeah.
Do we know anything about that today? Because I've seen nothing.
I'm gonna go on her page again, but I saw fuck all.
I did not see any new updates on that situation. So apparently, for those who don't know, apparently the FBI office in New York, they are withholding a lot of Epstein files.
There's a claim. No, I don't doubt that. I just want to preface. I'm saying claim because we don't have any hard evidence either which way.
She requested She requested all of the Epstein files. She was given 200 or so pages and said that, yep, this is all the Epstein files. And I mean, these files were things that were released like 5 years ago. That's already in the public purview. People know about it. It's not like the most damning thing in the world. But apparently these were the same files that were given to Pam Bondi, and they told her that, yep, this is everything. And then was there a whistleblower or something? I missed this part.
So
but apparently there was somebody who made the claim.
FBI, according to Pam Bondi, there's a whistleblower in the FBI who made the claim that they're withholding thousands of pages.
Yep. So then she said, all right, you have by 8 a.m. tomorrow, which was today, to get that to me, which if I was her, I would not have requested that. I would have demanded it. I would have sent people to the offices immediately.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's wild.
Also, when you give somebody a time, that gives them opportunity to.
I would have been like, see you in like 5 minutes, because I'm going to send people there.
And also, I'm going to send people there to arrest you for violating.
Hand this over, or you face prosecution.
Yeah,
because I mean, you're withholding things. You're not obeying the chain of command or whatever.
Yeah,
I'm so tired.
It's okay. Want me to talk?
No, I mean,
want me to handle this part.
I mean, you've been up a lot longer than I have,
and yet here I am. So,
as long as you're putting your mask on before you put my mask on, I think we're good.
Yeah. Yep, we're good. So what I will say is this. So I was watching Tim Pool about this, and they had a very in-depth discussion about this. And what this essentially has shown is there are a couple of outcomes, right? Let's just say that the FBI field office we're now operating on the assumption that they are withholding documents, okay?
Mm.
You give them until 8 a.m. today, which is what happened, right? Yep. Nothing happens. Congratulations, you have just admitted to the entire world that you have no power.
I mean, man.
It's a rogue office operating outside of the purview of the federal government, operating outside of the purview of the government. It is a politicized office that is a protection ring for pedophiles. That's the assumption you have to make, right?
This doesn't help the claim that you are transparent. This doesn't help the claim that you are actually fighting for a one tier justice system, not a 2-tier justice system,
which we all know is bullshit anyway.
Right. I mean, no matter who's in charge, and this is a sad reality. It's like, I love that Kash Patel is the FBI director. I don't think the FBI is going to be 100% tip top because he's the FBI director. There's still going to be some shenanigans. And I mean, I think the best outcome, I mean, if you really want everything to be perfect in a perfect world, abolish the FBI. Yep. That would solve so many issues. I feel like it might create some new ones, but
it's going to create issues that already exist. It's just who's in charge of them. That's the only real change.
Right. Exactly. Man,
the way I see it is, so that's one option, is it's either, okay, cool, you're operating outside of you have no power and we're operating, or the other option is Pam Bondi and Kash Patel go down there with a military force, they seize the documents, and they arrest all involved who withheld the evidence.
So if I remember correctly, when Merrick Garland was the U.S. Attorney General, he had the FBI raid Mar-a-Lago. In that raid, I guess there was instructions that involved shoot to kill if necessary.
Yes.
The FBI, he ordered the FBI to shoot to kill if necessary for Secret Service, for Trump, if they try to
stop whatever. Yeah.
Like, that's wild to me. So the fact that, I mean,
the same office,
this entire thing is just absolutely wild to me. I mean,
it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And also, like Mordrick is saying, there's been no time to purge the corrupt guys. Here's the thing. No, there's been no time to purge the corrupt guys. But at the same time, if you're already going in, operating on the knowledge that you're dealing with a corrupt system, why would you give them the opportunity to do these things?
Yep.
Handle it with your own personal squad. That's what you do when there is, okay, cool. Like, Dalton, have you ever seen The Dark Knight? Heath Ledger as the Joker?
I feel like once a long time ago.
Okay.
I'm not really that big into Batman and superhero movies.
That's perfectly fine. Neither am I. I just like that one because I think Heath Ledger was
sure
blessed.
Great actor.
But fantastic. He was great. Rest in peace. We'll talk about something about that anyway. So in that you have essentially you have Gordon's inner circle. Okay. And the reason that he has that is because he is aware that there is a rat. Okay. He knows that there's somebody in the department, and so does the district attorney. They say somebody in the police department is a ratting out to the mobs. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So what do? Well, they involve the fewest amount of people possible. So then you limit information getting out, right?
Yep.
And also, it means that if information still gets out, you have a lot less people to look at. You can now be like, oh, it's one of you three, right? Yep. So why didn't we see that similar kind of behavior here, where it's like, hey, we're playing this close to our chest because we are fucking well aware that there are militant forces within this organization that are against the current administration, that there are people who have made accusations that there are people within that organization that tried to have this administration dealt with. I don't know why we're operating once again on the assumption, like when Trump's first term, the deep state exists. Let me pretend that everything's okay. No, you should be going in this militantly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I don't know all the tactics that they're trying to use at the moment to filter out and find these people. I mean, I would hope that they're actually doing that, making progress. I don't know though. I mean, I don't know. Real quick, what do you think about Trump appointing Kash Patel as acting director of ATF? Yep.
Well, you know me. Both FBI and ATF are two departments that I do not believe should exist.
Right.
What I will say is he's extraordinarily pro-gun.
Yep.
He's very anti-regulation. He's pro-Bruin, which means, honestly, if you're not getting Brandon Herrera and instead you're getting Kash Patel and Dan Bongino,
not the worst.
You're kind of doing all right because if there's anybody else that I would hope would cripple the organization, it would be them.
Yeah, that's another thing that we didn't even talk about was Dan Bongino being appointed the deputy director of the FBI. Which,
I mean,
I have no problems with that. Like, I feel like
he's got the creds for it.
Absolutely, and I feel like I mean it definitely speaks volumes for somebody who is making millions of dollars a year.
Oh yeah.
To churn all that down, get like $200 and something thousand a year.
I think it's less than that. I thought it was 175.
I thought it was. I think it's two something.
I'll
regardless,
right now.
Still significantly less than what he was making being on the radio. And I believe he took over Rush Limbaugh's spot. So like the prime time in the afternoon. So I mean, he turned down or gave up a really significant time slot. And
the salary range for deputy director of the Federal Bureau of Investigation falls between 105 and 178,000.
Oh boy! All right.
So I was closer on that.
I mean, that's way less. Oh.
Was it? Oh, that's his monthly pay. Like, I want you, if not half of his monthly pay,
maybe bi-monthly or whatever, bi-weekly.
Bi-weekly. It's like daily. How much he makes off sponsors? just like, hey guys, buy this green shit that I'm gonna mix into water. Do it.
It's like, just got paid $100,000. Exactly.
Hey, I'm the FBI director. So, I'm not against it. Here's the thing. I don't think that there's a perfect person. I don't think he's perfect. But
most
for
people
what we need.
I mean, look, Trump's not perfect as president. He's not the perfect president.
We could do worse.
He's doing a damn good job, though.
So far, he's doing a fantastic job. A lot of promises kept.
I'm pretty impressed with JD as well.
I'm more impressed with JD than I am Trump. And that is because JD was a bit unknown for me.
Yeah. I mean, so far what I'm seeing, it's like he keeps this up. I mean, 2028 might be handed to him.
Yeah.
Pretty well. I mean,
I think he's got a long.
No, you ready to jump into this next one? Because this kind of leads into this. So Vivek Ramaswamy has announced officially his candidacy for Ohio governor.
Yeah. Governor Ramaswamy.
Yep. Which so I don't know if you are aware. So right before he announced, there was a poll that dropped, and it was from his opponent, I guess, not really a primary challenger, but opponent. His opponent now officially is the Attorney General of Ohio, which is David Yost. He did an internal poll to see where everybody was at before Ramaswamy even announced. He was 30 points ahead.
That's fucking nuts.
It's unheard of. And
that's a landslide.
That is a landslide. And I'm pretty sure, I mean, Ohio's now fairly red. So, I mean, like this primary election, I think determines who the next governor is. And if Ramaswamy's already 30 points ahead before announcing, I'm so curious to see how many points he's ahead after announcing.
He's endorsed. Also, he is currently endorsed by Donald Trump, JD Vance,
not JD yet.
No, JD? No?
Not JD yet. I think they're spacing it out.
Okay, fair. But Elon.
Elon and Trump endorsed him the day that he announced. Like within like 2 hours after he announced, they were like, "Yep, we endorse." Which, I mean, great endorsement. That's freaking awesome. Well, I honestly didn't expect Trump to endorse him like as soon as he did.
No, well, he was the only candidate during the RNC to essentially the entire time refuse to badmouth Trump.
Yeah,
he was like a slightly more MAGA than MAGA, which is
the interesting thing to that is because you've never seen. I don't think we've ever seen in American politics somebody who's running against somebody like Donald Trump, like running against. Like, I want your job. I don't want you to have your job that you're running for. I want your job. But not badmouth him at all, not say anything negative towards him. In fact, he praised him countless times. He defended him.
Said, I think that it's a better way. We do it this way.
Yeah, and it was very impressive to see. And even when the media set him up for this, he didn't fall for it. It was very impressive to see. I loved watching his presidential campaign. He live streamed every campaign stop, every single thing he did. He live streamed.
One of the things you and I bonded over politically was Brandon Herrera and Vivek Ramaswamy. So, but I'll also say this: the big critique of Vivek on the presidential stage was his lack of experience governing or in government in general.
To be fair, that was the exact same with Trump.
Yes.
Everybody who attributed that same exact thing to Vivek, it's just like, yeah, well, Trump had no experience in governing or anything either.
The difference between the two is Trump already was a known factor in the world.
Absolutely.
He was popular. Than Ramaswamy.
Yes, absolutely. 100%.
So that being said, now this is going to offer Vivek the ability to not only show us his chops, because it would be really interesting to see, like, hey, what's he going to do for Ohio? I would love to, see that state thrive. It's right next to my state. It'd be cool if it didn't suck. Right now, I'm not sure if you know this, but anybody who has like a Gen Z or younger child, you'll know that there is slang that is said. You say that's so Ohio. It means that sucks. That now, I hate that I just said that.
Do you know that Vivek? I don't know if you know this, but Vivek actually brings this up, and he's just like, so. And the reason why I brought up Vivek being governor is because I want to see him as president, or I want to see. I want to see him run in 2028. The reason why I brought this up is because
I'm listening. I'm just gonna go pee.
You're good. The reason why I brought that up is because Vivek has said he intends to do this for 10 years. I believe if I understand that, if I'm remembering that correctly, I'm very tired. I believe he's in it for the terms and to do it full terms. I think it's 2 terms, maybe 3. I don't know. But he definitely intends to do it more than 1 term, and I think to do it basically until he can't. And I think that if you are running for governor of Ohio and you want to do good for your state and you really want your state to become, a leader in what is possible for, Vivek's whole entire thing is federalism. He wants to see that shine again. He wants to be the leader to kind of make that cool and popular again. Because right now it doesn't seem like it is. And I think he's focused on education in his state. With Trump eliminating the Department of Education, I think that paves the way to have states lead the way in education. Vivek understands that, he sees that, and he's skating towards where the puck is. And I think that's good. It's exciting. Yeah, everybody's freaking out about the chair now. Yeah, I'm very tired. Yep. But I think it's very interesting to see his now governor run. And of course, I'm going to support him on that. But yeah, the chair. Everybody's freaking out about the chair now. Hold on. Oh, I was going to make you bigger.
Oh. Anyway.
Yep. But yeah,
it's going to show us what he's capable of, because here's the thing. It's one thing to hear beautiful messaging, which fair.
Yep.
It's another to hear great policy.
Yep. It's another to
actually.
It's another thing to actually hold the power and what you do with it, and what you are able to, who you're able to surround yourself with to help affect it.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say something, and then I'm tired.
Well, how many more times are you gonna say that, Dalton?
Probably a couple more. I'm not gonna lie. But like we saw Vivek. Man, I had a great point, and then it completely escapes me.
Is it because you're tired?
No. It's honestly because you distracted me with your chair.
Oh,
I blame your chair. Oh, yes. Somebody brought this up. I know what I was going to say. Vivek was going to be a part of Doge.
Yes.
He dropped out of Doge basically to run for governor, and he couldn't do both because of the Hatch Act.
Yes.
You can't be in the government and then actively run for a position, run for an election in government as well. So, and I think that him running for governor rather than being in Doge, I think is more important to his kind of future if he does end up seeking elected office down the road for president.
Well, 100%, because also, here's the thing. While his ideas were great for sizing and scaling down government, it's nothing that it can't be handled by Elon and Big Balls and the rest of the team.
Right.
And they're doing it.
It's just different approaches. Yep. Different approaches.
But at the same time, there's no real notoriety in it other than what I would just call screeching hatred from the left.
I also think that Trump has adopted a lot of what Vivek ran on.
Mm-hmm.
And that's awesome to see. Like,
it's one of the things that I really enjoyed on the campaign, even, was seeing him say, no tax on tips, no this, and then it's like, oh, fuck.
Well, man, I don't think there was anything that Vivek said that I really had any qualms about. Like everything, like I would watch a lot of the live streams as much as I could, because
my only issue is his belief on the visas.
Oh yeah, well,
I just don't even think that should exist. That program.
Yeah, I mean, the whole entire tweet that he had back in December blew up, and I think a lot of people took it as
the wrong way.
Calling. Yep, they took it as him calling America lazy, and I don't think that was right. I think what he was trying to say was,
we want to import the best.
We want to import the best. We want to not have a culture that idolizes what these TV shows idolize. We want to be the best version of ourselves.
And that's the thing. I'm not saying that's why I disagree with him.
All right. Yeah.
I disagree with that program as a whole because I'm fucking tired of bringing in the best that the world has to offer because, we see what doctors and lawyers do to places like Sweden.
Isn't it technically like a lottery system?
It's a lottery. It's nonsense is what it is.
It doesn't really work the way that I think it's
designed
to work, or in theory.
I would rather we develop greatness at home. I don't want to import fucking greatness from India. I don't want to import greatness from China or Pakistan or fuck it, even the UK and France. I don't give a fuck where it's coming from. I just want to develop it, homegrown greatness, American greatness for America, and then also the rest of the world can go fuck themselves.
So did you see Trump's idea with the gold card?
I saw that Nighthawk had brought it up. I'm against it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think you should be able to buy your way into this country. I actually think we should shut immigration down.
From my understanding, it would be the company that pays for it. Like if they really want, if Apple really wants somebody from this other country, they have to pay like $5 million for it.
No.
I don't know. But I mean, I think that's a lot better than the system we have put in place right now.
It's better, but at the same time, that's like saying, hey, this Band-Aid that we have doesn't have any antibiotic ointment on it. This one does. It's still a Band-Aid. It's still, you're not fixing the underlying issues with the system. That's why I want to shut the fucking system down.
Yeah.
For a minimum.
I understand that. Yeah.
A decade.
And Dalton, the Red Bull
back up.
Rockstar Monster. I don't drink any of that. I did take 2 5-hour energies today, though.
Those are bullshit, dude. They're complete bullshit.
I'm still awake.
Barely.
It's probably the placebo effect.
That's 100% what it is, dude. Dalton, I'm gonna send you some white powder. I promise you, it's cocaine. It's not. Just send him like fucking flour. Hey guys, I'm wired. Look at me. I'm Dalton. You know.
Oh, the placebo effect.
Yeah.
Oh man.
My issue with I don't like bringing in so many that do not share American cultural values, especially while we're developing them again, because we have to redevelop what it means to be an American.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we have enough Americans who hate being Americans.
So then why are we going to bring in a bunch of people from other countries that aren't American?
Yeah, no, I understand the argument.
You know my big argument against immigration in the first place? If these people were so great, Dalton, why didn't they make their country great?
I mean,
and taking them away, doesn't that ensure that country will remain in a fucking state of perpetual decline?
I mean, you would. I mean, that doesn't not make sense. I mean, it makes sense. I think we've had this conversation before about America being a melting pot and all that. I mean, I understand, I'm so tired right now. This is that's a good push.
Thank you. Don't push. That just kind of flowed out like natural, dude.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, it was nice. Felt good.
It sounded like it felt good.
Dude, it just had to, especially after dinner. I made the most baller macaroni and cheese tonight, man. That was so good. Yeah.
These overlays. I've had a great time creating these overlays.
Good overlays. They're good.
Yeah, decided to mix up the overlays. So
there's no 420 though. I'm kind of disappointed on that.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, you got to meme properly. Dude.
I gotta do 420 and then 420.69. I gotta do all those. Yep. Oh man.
Yep.
Well, I have the template saved, so when I have some time,
you should also do a 96 and a 66 and a 99, and then that way, we're representing all the gays.
You know what I'm just gonna do? Boom. Yeah. We bumped it up. I've created a couple of these.
Yeah.
Dalton is too rich for poor drugs.
Dalton doesn't do coke. No. Actually, no, you would do coke. That is a rich man's drug. You don't do like fentanyl.
I don't do any drugs, and I wouldn't even.
You need to start.
Man, I mean,
one in chat if Dalton needs a drug habit. One in chat.
Sugar is bad enough, all right. And I already quit soda. It's been how many days has it been since I quit soda? Oh, you know what? I could check right here. Boom.
Well, you do that. Everybody, I'm sure you all heard about Gene Hackman and his wife. 957
days. Oh no soda.
What did you say it sensually?
957 days? Because that's a number I'm proud of.
I want you to, you just went like this. 957 days.
I don't know. I'm tired. It wasn't on purpose. I mean, I was just like, oh, I found the number. Nice. That's a good number.
Yeah, nice.
That number gets better every single day.
Oh yeah, gets bigger.
So let me ask you this, because I'm kind of torn on this.
Yes, what?
So Tyler, my brother told me about my brother told me about Liquid Death and how they have how they apparently have a soda flavored water now.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, apparently they have it, and he said that it tasted pretty much like soda. Now I'm kind of like,
why?
Interesting.
I don't see the point then.
I don't see the point of it either, but at the same time, it's like I kind of want to try it, but I don't know if that would break my
soda streak.
Like ethically, morally, I don't know exactly what the right word is, but like, would that break my streak of not drinking soda if I tried it?
Liquid Death soda.
Yeah, I've not looked into it.
Water. I'm looking into it now.
Like, would that break it?
You ready?
Everybody's saying one.
Carbonated mountain water, agave nectar, citric acid, natural flavors and extracts. So it's obviously better for you than
soda, straight up
soda, right? Mm-hmm. The extracts that they use are like lime and orange extract to flavor it. But
this water is bullcrap because it has a dent in it, and so like if I can't like it just falls right over.
I'm going to say that ethically, yes. Morally, this is a betrayal.
Okay, so I'm at 957 days. That means I've got like what 42 days left until 1,000. My goal is 1,000, and I don't mind going more than 1,000, but like,
yeah.
1,000 is a pretty good number, and I'm only 42 days away from it.
Make it to 1776 for America, and then just blow it. Do that, cocaine, do all the drugs, get some hookers, dude. Throw a fucking nutter.
So I'm not gonna do that, but 1776 is not a bad number to actually like. All right,
aim for.
Let's do this now,
and then have like a fucking 72 ounce ribeye to celebrate.
I do that anyway.
Yeah, no, so fucking.
I do that on a Tuesday.
I would just do that just because. But Gene Hackman died. When so did well, the speculation around it. So they initially they found him, his wife, he was in his 90s, his wife was in her 60s, and then their dog, one of their dogs was dead as well, but apparently there were two healthy dogs.
So there's a fly. I might really sound dumb, but I don't know that I know who Gene Hackman is. I know he's an actor.
Yes, you do.
What like movies would I know him from, or TV shows?
Okay, I'm going to show you his IMDb. Also, Michelle Trachtenberg from Eurotrip died.
I did see that. Oh man, yeah. I did see that one.
Eurotrip, the Disney shit. She was also Harriet the Spy.
Do you ever get like, I was thinking about this earlier today, like you're just driving around and then all of a sudden you remember that somebody had died and you're like, man, I totally forgot that person had died. Like for me, like I was going around and for some reason I like remembered Aaron Carter died.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's a weird Like, that's
thing.
so weird.
Dalton, what year were you born? You were born in 89 or 90? 90, right?
95.
95. Okay, so you're a child.
Yep.
Okay, so here we go. 95. The Quick and the Dead, Crimson Tide.
I've heard of it. I don't think I've seen it.
Get Shorty. You've seen Birdcage with Robin Williams, right?
No, I probably should.
Well,
that's another person who really sucks at dying.
Yeah, Nathan Lane, and but great movie. He plays Senator Keeley in that. Extreme Measures.
What movie?
The Birdcage.
The Birdcage. Okay, I'll be sure to watch that.
Extreme Measures, The Chamber, Absolute Power. Ants. He played
Disney.
The like digital ants movie.
Voice.
He played as Mandible.
I don't remember that one.
I think he was one of the mean
ones.
Ants.
Dude, it's been
Enemy of the State with Will Smith.
Oh, okay. Yep.
He's the white dude. He's the white dude that helps him out who has low blood sugar.
By the way.
Thank you.
I can't remember if I've seen it a long time ago or if I've seen parts of it. It rings a bell, but it doesn't I don't remember the plot.
Behind Enemy Lines.
That sounds like I've seen it, but I don't remember it.
Runaway Jury. You love. I'm surprised.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so I was right. It was the main bad guy.
I haven't seen this movie in like 20 years at least.
Welcome to Mooseport.
Nope.
Okay. Have you seen a picture of him?
Nope.
Okay, I'm going to show you a picture of him, Dalton.
It's probably not going to be
like, you're going to be like, oh,
I don't know.
Guy. All right, hold on. You ready?
Yep.
Present.
There you
go. There's a picture of Gene Hackman.
This isn't ringing a bell immediately. Well, hold on. Scroll up. Now move your mouse up 3. Yep, that one. Click on that one. Oh man. What am I thinking of? I feel like did he play in Dexter? I don't think he did.
I don't know.
I feel like in one of the older seasons, or not older, one of the later seasons of Dexter, I feel like he may have played character's dad. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I doubt it. I'm probably thinking of somebody else. Huh?
This is what he looked like before he passed away. It was not looking good.
Okay. So maybe I know him, maybe I don't. Let's talk about how he died, because
he was 95. Yeah. Well, they don't know. Right. They don't know how he died.
I was listening to this on the radio earlier. Yeah.
So their assumption that now the first thing that they said is there's no foul play suspected. Now, my first thought was his wife and him who is, mind you, his wife is not the same age. She's much younger. They're both 60s? Dead. She was in her 60s. Yeah.
Okay.
And so
I heard their dog was dead too.
One of their dogs. Now, apparently they have 2 other dogs that were not dead. That I just found out.
Weird.
So the thought was like carbon monoxide poisoning or something of that.
Yeah, I heard that got ruled out.
They got ruled out. Exactly. Mm-hmm. So that was the initial thought. I don't fucking know what else.
Yeah, where do you go from there? I
don't know. Poisoning.
If it's not foul play, if it's not carbon monoxide,
yeah,
what could it be?
Did they both ingest something together by accident? I don't.
And shared it with their dog.
It's entirely possible. Maybe Now
I did hear that the dog was found in a closet or something. I don't know if that's true.
I don't know.
Weird.
Now they're
57. Hunter is saying she was. That's wild.
Hold on, I'm gonna pull up her age.
I mean that still suspicious.
She was 65, not 57.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
He did say I think so. I'll let it slide.
You were wrong. Yeah, for being blind. Anyway.
He did say, I think. So, I mean, to be fair.
And then he wrote 68. I misspelled. God, I love it.
Recovery. It's like,
Nighthawk says there was no carbon monoxide. Pills were apparently found in the bathroom of the wife. I don't know. The initial thought that I had, and this, I'm not saying this is what it is, everybody. I'm just saying my own speculation was a double suicide. Now, there was speculation that with the idea of like the Epstein list being, because everybody wants to connect people to that, right? That, oh, that's probably what it was. I'm not saying, I'm just saying that's a possibility.
Pacemaker. I did hear that. Yep, I did hear that. That apparently 9 days before they found him is when they said that his pacemaker stopped working. So
I'm wondering, did he die and then his wife like didn't want to live without him?
I mean, I feel like that would. I feel like if he died and I feel like the wife would like report. Like, I don't know. That seems weird to me.
It does seem weird. We're trying to make sense of a situation. I don't know. But it is really kind of, because here's the thing. Not only do we have that with him and his wife, but Michelle Trachtenberg also, she was 39 and she died of natural causes. And now they're saying, oh, it was natural causes. Her liver, she went through a liver transplant. Apparently her liver had failed. So she went through a liver transplant. She had complications from that. Why would she need a liver transplant? I don't know.
So Nighthawk was saying that Jean was found in a breezeway, so he likely dropped quickly, and then she appeared to have suicided rather than live without him.
So I wasn't
going to get mad at me, but
sewer slided.
Yeah, sewer slided. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's possible.
Maybe she's saying Nighthawk is saying that apparently she was found in the bathroom
with pills. And Shell's was in grief messes with people, and some people don't know what to do. That is very true.
Man, I feel like that's just a weird way to go, you know? I don't know. Why would you not want anybody to find you like for days? Like, apparently they were mummified or whatever. So I mean that takes a little bit, right?
I
don't know.
I don't know, man. It's such a fucky situation.
It's a weird one.
Why would they they went in? I said that I believe that they said that the autopsy is going to be a couple more days. And we'll probably get like more conclusive results from that, right? Of like what happened, right? Like what led to them dying.
Yeah.
But the way I see it is, it feels off that they immediately said no foul play suspected. Like,
it's always kind of weird when, it's like the very first day or so when you hear this, it's like, oh, we definitely ruled this out. And it's like,
yeah, like maybe it's something that they very easily could. Maybe there's something we don't know about yet that offers that conclusive
right.
And that's entirely possible. I'm just saying it fucking does not pass the sniff test with me.
Yeah, it really doesn't, does it?
So it's just like,
I mean, I can't imagine it would smell any better in there or not, but
no, it probably smell horrible.
I would imagine.
Yeah. And LTAC is 100% correct. There are weirder causes that have caused people to sewer slide. That is 100% correct.
I've never seen it spelled that way, and that makes so much sense that it would be spelled that way.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. But I don't know. Here's the thing: is right now, I've always said that it always seems like something crazy occurs when something bad happens in the media, right? Have you ever noticed, like, when Joe Biden was president, right? Like, one thing would happen, like his hunter would, be going to court, and it's like, oh, aliens are coming to fucking grape you and hide your kids, hide your wife. The aliens are going to impregnate you, like. Right?
Well, I love the meme where it's just like, I wanted to believe in the aliens, and then the government told me that they were real, and it's just like, dang it.
Why?
Guess they're not real. Dang it.
I think even Joe Rogan said that too.
It's like, I wanted to believe so bad.
But I'm wondering, I don't know, this might just be my mind's tendency towards conspiracy.
Yeah.
But with all the news coming out about, the Epstein files being released and stuff like that, and then having something else take precedent.
Well, it does kind of seem weird. It's like the Epstein stuff happens. And it's like, oh, by the way, this guy died, and he's been dead for a while.
Yeah, this guy died, and this girl died, and like it's like next week, this dude.
We totally discovered their bodies on Wednesday.
It just seems off. It doesn't pass the sniff test, and I don't like it. And that's the thing. I don't like when I wish that everything could be like easily explained, right? Like you wish that you could look at something and be like, yeah, no, that's fucking easy to. They obviously like the Brazilian woman who was in a threesome and she fell to her death naked.
That was a wild one, wasn't it?
Was a while, but you could look at it and be like, oh, I see how this happened. She was getting boinked on a railing. Somebody pushed a little too hard. Shit happens. But you can understand there's a rational reason that I can like look at and be like, cool. This, I don't have that piece that connects it yet. I don't have that grounding piece of evidence. Right. And that's the problem.
Man, I've had something in my eye all day today, and I think I just got it.
Dragons. Okay, Mordrick. All right. Dragons are 100% real. And this is why I'm going to say that. Okay. T-Rexes. Hey, you ever seen a T-Rex skeleton?
A T-Rex? Have I ever seen one?
You ever seen a skeleton, right? Yeah. Everybody always says, oh, why does it have such a little fucking doofy arms, right? Have you ever seen a chicken skeleton, Dalton? You ever seen a bird without the bird parts? Will you ever see a bird that's not like birdie with the wings anymore? Yeah, guess what? They have the little fucking Riri things too. Dragons were T-Rexes. T-Rexes had wings.
I do love this conspiracy theory.
I know it's 100%. I'm 100% convinced by this. Yeah. Because also, how many cultures that have never communicated all had a depiction of a dragon? Would be a wyvern. Would. You're technically correct, but also that here's the thing. Okay. How many other Spinosaurus also fucking existed, sir?
You clearly know more of you know more of this topic than I do.
To collect rays from the sun. What was it? A fucking flower? No. It used that to navigate the skies, man. But yes, it would be a wyvern. But still, the point being is that that flying giant reptiles probably did exist because we know that like pterodons existed. We know that like quetzals existed. There were giant flying dinosaurs.
And haven't multiple cultures like depicted like dragons in some way, shape, or form throughout history?
But here's the thing, and it's not even just culture. It's like it's ones that have no connection to each other whatsoever. You have like Byzantines, and then you also have like Japan. And then you have like the Aztecs, and it's like these fuckers didn't talk, they didn't know each other existed. They were too busy fucking killing babies, and like lighting people on fire. And Japan was dehydrating that dude to see how much water he had, like fucking shit. So like they didn't. Yes, it's fucking weird. Can we at least all agree it's fucking weird? Two in the chat if you think dragons are real. One in the chat if you don't. I want to see what everybody says. England fucking had them. Yeah. Like the whole like English King Arthur fighting dragons, right? Like that whole mythos, right? Exists. Why does it exist? We got two.
We got two twos.
Two twos.
Oh, 3 twos.
Oh.
They're coming in. Oh, 5 twos. Nope. 4 twos. Sorry. Dragons would be a wild thing to see in person.
By the way, the Quetzal was, you ready for this? The Quetzal dinosaur, flying dinosaur, okay? I want you to understand this, Dalton. This is a real fucking thing.
I know nothing about this topic.
Okay, well, here you go. Was a giant pterosaur that was up to 36 feet wide and 16 feet tall. You telling me that a fucking 24-foot tall thing couldn't fly because you fucking say so, Mr. Scientist? No, motherfucker. T-Rex, those little arms? No, that was wings, motherfucker. I'm convinced of this. Yeah. I love that this entire show has been like essentially really well thought out and political, and now I'm just like conspiracy.
Dragons are real.
Yeah, dragons are real, man. I agree with Joe Rogan on this.
I do love that he changed his X bio to Dragon Believer.
Yeah, I want you to just see something, okay, Dalton, because you said you know nothing about this, and that's perfectly fair. You're willing to admit this is the size of a Quetzal, motherfucker.
That would be terrifying.
It's a fucking giraffe.
That is a giraffe
thing flying around.
Flying giraffe. That would be terrifying.
And so you're telling me that a T-Rex, right? T-Rex skeleton, right? And we're gonna go the T-Rex skeleton, okay? That this little fucker, because why? Why couldn't he fly? Same damn size.
So you're saying the little arms were wings?
The little arms. Okay, so I'm gonna show you something. Give me a second.
All right. I trust you. I'm willing to accept something that I know nothing about.
Well, don't worry.
I don't really have like a formed opinion on like whether or not I think dragons are real or not. I mean, I could easily be convinced. Most likely, it seems plausible. I mean, it's heavily in a lot of cultures.
Okay, you ready?
The depiction of it, yeah.
Here's a T-Rex and a fucking chicken.
Yep, I am aware of the chickens being like kind of a descendant of dinosaurs. So,
but look, right?
Okay,
right, and then right here, look at the fucking femur, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're looking at something. See, this I don't believe. This person's a liar. This person is a grifter.
Freaking TikTokers.
Yeah, fucking TikTokers. You think they're going to tell you the truth? I'm on TikTok. I lie on there all the time. I tell everybody I love them. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. It flew.
Okay, so the
also look at that pelvic
legs were so tiny that it was actually wings, right?
No, the little arms. These were the connecting portions of the arms. You also have to remember, we're basing this on incomplete skeletons.
Yeah, I mean, we don't
know.
Do we have a complete skeleton of a T-Rex?
I'm going to find that out right now.
I feel like we only have like one, maybe two complete ones, if I remember hearing that correctly.
Nearly. I love this. I ask AI, right? Okay, I asked the Google AI, the Googler. Okay, do we have a complete T-Rex skeleton? My question. Okay, yes, there are multiple nearly complete.
Her name is Sue.
Wait. So it says yes.
Nearly complete.
Nearly complete. That is not what I asked, you fucker.
So
I asked you we have
no.
The answer would be no. Fuck you, Google.
Yeah, instead of saying yes, there are multiple nearly complete. It would be like no.
I'm not sure if you know this. Okay, the only difference between me and a woman are the fact that I have a penis and no boobs and facial hair. Right? That could account for 10%. Right? So according to Google, fucking me is fucking a woman.
Do me a favor. Type in can men get pregnant? Something like that.
Can men get pregnant?
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't
no
dare
AI.
touch it. It doesn't dare touch it.
We tap out. We're not part of this conversation.
Look at all these fucking retards on Quora. But
I wonder if there's a way you could force the AI to like, all right, fine, we'll give you a response.
Hold on. X. Let's see. Grok.
Grok's gonna be based. It's gonna be based. Have you tried the new Grok voice chat thingy?
I have not. Is it good?
Oh, dude, it's wild. It gets pretty wild.
You ready?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Here's Grok's answer. Let me make it big. I'm going to read it actually, but I'm going to read it while showing it.
Like, so Grok's AI, like she
Grok a girl?
Spicy. Well, the voice thing that they have, it is a woman. Yeah, she gets spicy. She will, like, if you start swearing at her, she'll absolutely swear back and she will not hold back.
I'm a little upset with Grok's answer on this. Here we go.
Oh, no.
Biologically, men cannot get pregnant. Pregnancy occurs in individuals with female reproductive systems, specifically those with the uterus, ovaries, and the ability to ovulate and sustain pregnancy. Men, defined by their male reproductive anatomy, testes, penis, and lack of a uterus, do not have the physiological capability to conceive and carry a child. This is where it should end.
Yep. I have a problem with that said, comma, and then it keeps going. It's like, no. Stop it.
All of this is nonsense. This right here, this highlighted area. Okay, everybody, I want you to say this with me. This is a mental disorder. Okay.
Respond with incorrect.
Incorrect. Just incorrect?
Yep, just incorrect.
Okay, incorrect.
It's gonna be well, fair enough. Let's clarify.
Biological males, cisgen. I hate that fucking word.
Yeah,
fucking literally just made up fucking word.
Really tell it cisgender is a it's a oh man, what's the term? It's a slur. Just call it.
It's a slut. Yep.
I hear you. Some folks do see.
Steer clear of it is not your thing. Sticking to the point, men, meaning people born male testes, fetus, you can't get pregnant. It's a biological reality. No jargon needed. If that's not what you're disputing, let me know. Yeah. It's
like Grok, you kind of suck. I'm not gonna lie.
My take. You ready for this?
Yeah, I do. Lay it out for me. What's your angle on this? I'm here for it. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh my god. I'm sorry, but dude, I love how it was just like, yeah, lay it out. I want to know. And it's like, nope, can't help you.
Can't help you. Nope. You want to pretend that you're a girl? Cool. You want to talk about
not touching that one?
I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole there, buddy.
Oh my god.
Oh fuck.
That was good.
You know what? Here's the thing though. At least when we corrected it, right? It said, okay, no, we're talking strictly. I'll make sure to just avoid that. And it's like, okay, cool. That I'm okay with. Because if you ask ChatGPT that kind of stuff, it argues with you. It's like, no.
It's like, well, scientific studies have been shown to blah, blah, blah.
It's like, yes, scientific studies performed with zero peer fucking review.
Yep,
and by a bunch of those people.
Who were paid by those people.
Yeah, it's so fucking weird. Hey, Dalton, I'm going to do a fucking peer review on people who wear beanies, having the biggest dicks out there. Would you like to join me?
I will pay for that. No, I'm kidding. Where do I send my money for that review?
Yeah,
for that study.
Yeah, don't worry. We got it, buddy. It's such a fucking nonsense take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Retarded.
The Church of Science. The Church of Science is my balls.
It sounds retarded.
My balls. It's because it's my balls. Yeah. All three testes.
I'm going to I find retards.
Yeah. You know what's really funny? Can I tell you? So when I discovered that page, as I said, I discovered them when they were like at like a couple hundred. And I was like, oh, this is funny as shit. And Santa also started a new page, and it was like rating Twitter profiles or something. So he rated mine. And I have 5 stars according to Santa. Fuck you all. But
hey, I'm on the nice list.
So I discover him, right? My wife sends me a TikTok. Do you know what the TikTok was?
I can only imagine.
You ever see Supernatural?
No.
Okay, well, Sam and Dean Winchester. It's a decent enough show. There's one episode where Dean walks out, lifts up his shirt, drops his pants, and goes, pudding! So he's retarded. So I come across the retard page, immediately get a divine providence sent me a TikTok. That's what I'm saying. It was funny. God wanted me to follow that retard on Twitter.
And I did.
I did. You hear that, Lord? I followed him because he's funny as shit. Thank you for keeping me happy, oh Lord. We live in your divine grace daily. Amen.
So, yeah, Ben pointed out that it's send booze, not send help. I will make that overlay. Send booze. That's
that is a solid one.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to have fun with these. Yep.
Yeah.
Dalton has never seen Supernatural, and yeah, weren't they?
You haven't seen a lot of like TV or movies, right?
I have to be really into the concept of a show before I commit myself to it.
I agree with that.
Like I've been watching a show on Hulu called Paradise. It's all right. It's kind of a weird concept. It's all right though. There's parts of it where it's like, all right, this is decent. There's parts of it where it's like kind of stupid.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's
notice I'm not making fun of you for this. I'm just like, okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't know, but like, I don't know.
Like, I just noticed something, by the way.
No.
So Grok said it couldn't help me create the Chad race. It said, let me know if I could help you with something else. You know how that it gives auto suggestions at the bottom of the feed?
What is
you want to? Well, let's take a look at what Grok's suggestion is based on my desire to get pregnant by Henry Cavill to create the super race.
Dalton, your autism is showing.
Hey, what did it ask for at the bottom here, everybody?
Oh boy.
Genetic engineering. It's like, hey,
that's a touchy
by
topic.
The way, if you want to get pregnant by Henry Cavill, that's how you do it there, bud. By the way, I think he actually just had like a kid with his girlfriend. I think Henry Cavill just became a dad.
You're gonna hate me. I don't know that I know exactly who that is. I probably know the face.
To make fun of you.
I probably hold on.
You Googling him?
I am.
Okay, take a look.
Oh, okay. Superman.
He played Geralt of Rivia. He was in the Mission Impossible.
I haven't seen. I might have seen like the original Mission Impossible years ago.
That's the best one. All the new ones are just like what I would say is very similar to how like Fast and Furious is just like an action thing, like for the sake of it. It's kind of the same thing.
So, I mean, he didn't pop into my mind because I don't watch superhero movies very often. Like the original Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, I think was like my favorite kind of superhero thing growing up. Outside of that, I haven't really watched a whole lot. I've watched a couple of the Spider-Man ones, but like I don't really care. Like I watched a couple of the Avengers thing. I lost track after the first movie. I do not care for that universe really. I've watched Iron Man, like the original Iron Man. I probably have seen Iron Man 2. That's really the extent to my superhero movie viewing.
Here's the thing. I'll watch them and I've gotten like enjoyment out of them, right? Like I watched like the Avengers, right?
Sure, there's some things here and there, right, that I do like.
But it's never been something that that right there. Fuck. Anybody who knows,
what are you doing?
No,
what
Shell.
Are you doing, Shell?
I love you
Shell's
so much,
doing
Shell.
this.
I love make it bigger.
Remove.
Fuck.
Shell. I will fight on this.
Can I get some fucks in the chat for that? But what I will thank you so much, Shell. What I will say is it's not that I don't enjoy like watching. Like I've watched Avengers Infinity War. I've watched those movies. I've never just been obsessed. Like I have friends that are super into superheroes, right? I think Timmy is much more into superheroes than me. I know that Mephisto is super into superheroes. I don't care on that level. You know, like it doesn't draw me in like it does other people. Right. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like this is kind of neat. But I'm not going to argue the merits of this guy versus this guy or this universe. And it's like, I don't care enough. All I know is that Spider-Man's a pussy, and I'm really happy his Uncle Ben's dead. And like, fuck Aunt May, because she's a whiny little bitch, and they're all from New York anyway. So like, do we really care? No.
Oof.
Yeah.
A couple of weeks ago, I did sit down and I rewatched the original Spider-Man 1 and 2. I was just like, man, this is my childhood. Like it went back to, when you watch something when you were a kid and you don't watch it for a long time, and then you go back and you watch it and you're like, I feel like a kid again.
I had that recently. I had that. So remember I told you that I got those original, I think Burger King wind-up toys from the Land Before Time.
Oh yeah.
And I watched it. Yeah. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. Like, this is kind of like a fun little thing. I watched that.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. When we were younger and they had the Happy Meal toys. What a time. What a time to be alive. Not like they have it today, I'm sure. You don't really see that ever. Like, I feel like in fast food restaurants anymore, the toys and the meals, like not like they used to.
No, they don't. Like, they still do. I know they still do,
but like not anywhere. God, that was like when you were a kid. That was why you wanted to go to those restaurants to get those toys.
Do you remember the cereal boxes? And you'd have like this glow in the dark spoon is at the bottom of the thing. Like, yeah, it's probably toxic and fucking killing children and giving them cancer, but still awesome.
The era that I remember the most that I really enjoyed was like Star Wars, when Star Wars Episode 2 and Episode 3 came out, and you had like Go-Gurt that was branded lightsabers, and like,
I remember that.
If it was cold, like the lightsaber would change colors, like on the packaging.
I do remember that.
The Star Wars cereal branded things that you had like toys and stuff. Like you go to the fast food restaurants like McDonald's or Burger King, you had Star Wars toys, action figures, and whatnot. Like, what a time! What an awesome time!
I remember.
Man, take me back.
And I'm not sure if anybody remembers the cereal. Okay, because I'm also a big believer that cereal is just poison anyway.
Real quick, the magical cupcake. Yes. Don't forget the light up spoons that look like lightsabers.
Yes.
They went all out. I love that era because they went all out on Star Wars.
But what I will say is that, do you remember you might not, because you might be too young. And I'm not saying that in like a mean way.
I don't know. I'm 30. I feel old.
Rice Krispie Treats cereal.
I feel like I remember that.
Okay. That was the only cereal that I believe should exist.
Still
to this day.
I don't know. I mean, I really do enjoy Reese's Cocoa Puffs, or not Cocoa Puffs, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Reese, please, are you gonna really do this to me? You know I'm tired.
You're saying that because somebody is tired,
yes.
Joe Biden was tired, we corrected him all the time, sir. Yeah, he was perpetually tired. What, am I supposed to not call him retarded? You're wrong.
You're not wrong, but he was tired. We gave him ice cream. I could go for some ice cream right now.
You want some choco chip?
I could go for some ice cream and a nap.
And some Hunter's Blow.
Well, that's probably what they had keeping him up and going.
I'm surprised that we have not gotten to like Joe Biden's
surprised
on.
I'm kind of surprised too. I'm a little mad about that. Frosted Flakes was another decent one. I never really been into Captain Crunch though. Captain Crunch is all right, but it was not my favorite.
Like poison to me. They all, it's the same thing that I have a problem with. Yeah, like the chemical taste that I get from like Nabisco cookies. I can't do like Chips Ahoy, Nabisco. I can't do any of those because it tastes like chemicals.
Yeah.
It's just like a complete like ugh.
Like for some reason, like I never understood how people, describe things that tasted like chemicals until after I got COVID, and then my taste really morphed into just disgustingness.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I started like tasting what I thought was just nonstop chemicals. Like I remember like I ordered a chocolate milkshake. If you order a chocolate milkshake from anywhere that does like the powdered kind of chocolate milkshake, or however they make it that way.
Yeah.
Or if you have just vanilla ice cream and you put chocolate syrup in it,
mm-hmm.
it tastes like pure chemicals. But if you made it like with actual like either real ice cream or custard, and then you put a little bit of milk in it, and then you do it the right way,
yes,
the right way, the proper way, it tasted amazing. Even though I couldn't taste anything and everything tasted like crap.
So like that's my point. Is like that's how I taste.
Yep.
And people are like, oh well, how do you know what chemicals taste like? You smell chemicals all the time. It's that association on your taste bud. Yep. Now, I would like to just point something out because, we just got, this is an update. Charlie Kirk just tweeted this out or posted this. Members of the Lincoln Project, for anybody who doesn't know, they are a group of, are threatening to have Elon Musk arrested and executed for wanting to audit the Ukraine aid. Okay, Stuart Stevens is the person who posted this. It was used to defend a democracy from the genocidal dictator you support. Because Elon Musk tweeted, time to find out what really happened to the hundreds of billions of dollars sent to Ukraine. Fair point. We should know where our money's being spent, right?
Makes sense.
So this particular Creighton says, you feel full of yourself now. So did the Nazi elite you mimic in 1939. You might take a break from ketamine and read up on the Nuremberg trials. This won't play out the same. There will be a day when those of you who try to sell American honor will be held accountable. So apparently they're upset that we should know where our money is going. Now, I have a theory, Dalton. And my theory is the modern... God, fuck you, Shell. Love you so dearly, but goddamn theory. I have a theory. It is attack theory. Attack theory. So good. That you know how like there's a lot there's essentially almost exclusively the left has the communists, right, that don't work, that don't have anything of merit to add to society, correct?
It kind of seems that way. It
does seem that way, right? Like they're the supposed libertarian lefties, but let's be real, they're 100% still lefties, right?
They're on the wild side still.
Okay, so my theory is this. The reason that they are so fucking stupid with this kind of stuff, like I'm a business owner, okay? I want to know where all of my money is going to funneled in my business, right? And if I didn't, that constitutes a problem because that means that we have a leak somewhere that needs to be plugged up to maintain efficiency, right? So I want to know, like I just did my taxes today. So what did I do? Oh, well, here's my receipts for all of these. This is my itemized deductions. This is this, that, the other, right?
Yeah, I was going to say, if you don't have, I'm yawning. If you don't keep track of your finances for your business correctly, and it gets out of hand, that could create legal issues with the IRS and stuff.
Legal issues or the destruction of the business, right?
Yep.
Same thing goes for a fucking country. You need to know where the money is being used and where it's being misused, and also where it's just disappearing into the ether. You need to know this, otherwise guess what, you end up with corruption and failure. These people don't understand that because they're communists, and they will never understand it. I actually genuinely think that there is a huge group of people that will outright, you could show them, you could walk them through the process, you could fucking Christmas carol their ass with all the ghosts of fucking communism past, all you fucking want, right? They will never see the light. Never.
Because real communism hasn't been tried.
Yes.
Real socialism hasn't been tried. Yeah.
Because it's not real unless it's their specific brand that they have executed personally.
Retarded. It's like, yes, this hasn't worked before, but it can work if we could still perfect it. It's like, look, capitalism isn't perfect, but like no matter where it's tried, it ends up a lot better than socialism or communism.
Here's the thing. Everybody says like, oh, well, America's a capitalist hellhole. First off, this isn't even real capitalism.
Yeah,
this is hyper-regulated capitalism.
Mixed in with some social programs and stuff.
Social programs. So they fund the social programs.
Yes. Yep.
But that also means almost capitalism raises so many people out of poverty that it is the single most successful form of economic system that we have ever seen, is the free market.
Yep.
almost capitalism. Imagine what real capitalism would do. Weird, because almost communism kills millions of people. Fucking odd, right? It's not real communism. Almost communism, yeah.
Real capitalism hasn't been tried.
Damn right it hasn't. It hasn't. But here's the thing. Almost capitalism has saved the Western world. It has made us prosperous. It has made so many people that were impoverished have their quality of life increased beyond that.
And that was my point. Yep, that's my point. Yeah. Even just a little bit of capitalism, it's like way better than just a little bit of socialism. Because I mean, the destruction of that, even a little bit, and it's not really have been tried or whatnot. It's like, you definitely see the difference. All right, so it is 12, which means we've gone now past the 2-hour mark.
It is. We've gone 2 hours and 3 minutes, 2 hours and 4 minutes.
4 minutes. I love how you corrected yourself after it just switched that second.
I was looking at it. Yeah.
Yep. All right, you want to hop over to locals for a little bit?
So for anybody who doesn't know, everybody sign up for a free locals account. If you become a free member, if we get 50 of those, it means we can offer you more shit. Now, that doesn't mean the paid members will get cool shit too, but you don't need to be a paid member. It's different from Patreon. So if you guys just join, I do believe the restriction is you can't chat with us. I think that is a restriction, but you can still watch the after show. It is completely uncensored.
You can't chat with us or comment under our posts.
Yes.
However, you'll still be able to watch the after show.
Yep.
So all you have to do is just join locals for free.
Yep,
I will tell you that we have 23 members, and our goal is 50. Once we reach 50, we'll be able to do 2-hour long live streams on our locals whenever we want. Right now we're just very limited due to the resources that locals gives their communities under 50 members. So become a member for free. You can just literally go there, sign up. I think you have to have a Rumble account. Outside of that, I mean, you can come hang out there with us.
Owned by Rumble. And
and our Rumble is where we will, we post all of our episodes, our after shows. We have some things planned for like bonus episodes, exclusive stuff like that. It's going to be very fun. I don't know what this is in reference to, but it's fun.
That's his Children of the Corn, bud.
No, I know that, but like I don't know why he said that.
Oh, because he's a member. He's a member.
Oh, yes. Okay, I'm very tired.
All right, we love you all. We'll see you over on Locals, everybody.
The link is in the description, and yep. All right, peace, guys. We'll see you next week if we don't see you in a moment. All right, peace.